Hello everyone, welcome to my sixth Python course. In this course, we are going to be working with strings in Python. So to begin with strings in Python, we can set a variable by saying that name is equals to always appear, then print name. So the output is name. What if I want to add this name with an integer? So let's say that age is equals to 17. So I want to print this name, like my name is always appear and I am 8 years old. So let's say that my name is, then you're going to use the plus sign, is name plus and I am plus age years old. Now look at something. Now let's run this Python code. We got type error can only concatenate strings to an with string but not with integer. Now to solve this problem, since age is an integer, so you have to convert this age variable to a string by adding str. We have my name is always appear and I am 17 years old. You can also remove this plus, then using the comma like this. So you won't need to change this to string. So let's run this Python code. It's just the same thing. My name is always appear and I am 17 years old. Now let's move to slicing. We have something called slicing in Python. So even if I want to print only this always or only this AL, so slicing this with index in Python. Now let me open this picture. We have this word subscribe. So in Python, index starts with 0. We have s as 0, 1 all the way up to 8. Then if you want to start at the end of the letter, you're going to start with -1, -2, all the way up to -9. But before we move to slicing, if you want to print the length of a variable, that's it's a string, so just type print length of name, which is the short form of length. So let me run this Python code. I got Titan because always appear is 13 plus this space. Now let's move to slicing. I have s, which is equals to subscribe, like this. To print, to use slicing in Python, you are going to use the square bracket. Then, so what this code is going to print out is that from 0, index 0 to 1. So let's run this Python code. We are going to get s only. So the output is s. Let me put space here, like this. So I have letter s here. So what this does is that this is the key: begin, end, and step. So this is how the slicing work. If I should print s, two square bracket, then let me see that 0 to we have the length as state 13. So let me input 12. Then the step, no, let me leave step first. Let's first run this code. We got the word subscribe completely. So because this index starts with 0, this last letter, sorry, is going to be 12 because 13 minus 1, this 13 minus 1 is equals to 12 since it starts with 0, but this length will calculate from 1. So that is how Python string work. So if I want to print something like steps, like I want to give it to 2 steps. So you just have SBCIE, which actually skip to 2 steps like this. So from the beginning, which is 0, you are going to get B, and from B, next to C, from C, next to I, from I, then next to E. So that is the step. So by default, if we print something like this, let's see that S square bracket like this, -1. So what this code is going to output is that this code is going to start with E all the way up to S. So we have this as 0, 0, and -1. So let's run this Python code. We have this. So this is 0, the end, and also this should be -1. So it means that we are starting from the end of the letter, which is E, like this, as I have given in this picture. So this is -1, like this. So this is -1, -2. So we have this is -2, which is the B, like that. So now let's move to strings method. We have so many string method. We have the index method, the find method, the end switch method, end switch method, and so let's see that sentence like this. So let me show you that sentence is equals to this is Python course. Now we have this sentence to be this is Python code. So you can set a new sentence which is equals to we want this sentence to be in uppercase. So just say that dot upper. So we got this subscribe because we haven't print this so let's print sentence like this. Now the output is this is Python course. So what this code does that is going to change all these letters, all these words. It's going to change them to uppercase. So that is how it works. So instead of setting new sentence, you can just put upper here dot upper. So let's run this Python code. We got this is Python code, and if it is also lower, you can put lower here with 2 parentheses. So we got this is Python course. So this is going to change everything to lower. So let me set a new variable like lower is equals to sentence dot lower. So this is going to be lowercase, and upper should be equals to sentence dot upper like this. So this is going to be uppercase. So let me print lower comma upper like this. So we got this is Python course and this is Python course. Now let's move to title. So we can set a new variable. Let's say that title is equal to sentence dot title like this. So let me print title like this. We have this as this is Python course. Now looking at this sentence, this is the original sentence, which is this is Python course. So this P is lower, this I is lower. So what title does is that for every word in the string, the beginning of each word in the string is going to be upper. So this is Python course. The lowercase p, so the title method changed it to upper, which is this uppercase p and also this uppercase s. So that is how Python um the title work. So if I'm going to change this to this is Python course and I want to play with capitalize like this, we can say that capitalize is equals to sentence dot capitalize. Now print capitalize. We have this is Python course. So what the capitalize method does is that only the beginning of the letter will be uppercase, of the sentence, sorry, will be uppercase, other will be lowercase. So the uppercase C, which is course, has changed to lowercase c. So that is exactly how it works. Now let's move to index and find. So if I'm going to say that index is equals to sentence dot index, this is going to take a string that is, let's say that we want to pass in a letter like this. This is the original string. So if we pass in something like C, like this, Python is going to give us the index of C. Now let's run this Python code. We got 15 because C, this letter C is at index 15. Probably it counts all these spaces, all these spaces, all these white spaces. Python counts them. So let's say that I want to print something like index of print sentence dot index of this T. We got 0 because T is at index 0. So what if I pass in a letter that is not in the string? So let's see what the output is. So let's say that Z. So we got value error substring not found. So that is what you're going to get if you pass in a letter that is not in the string. This is my error. Saint2 dot find like this. Um, let's pass in P. We got 15. Let's try another letter. So let me input O here and run the Python code. The output is 4 because O is at index 4. Now let's move to replace. Like what the replace method does that it's going to replace a letter by a letter. So not actually a letter, but let's just say that a string because we are working with strings. So we are not in the English class, we are in programming class. So let's say that print sentence2 dot replace. So what this replace does that it is going to take a string. So the first string to be the original letter, then the second string will be the letter you want to replace it with. So let me input C like this, or let me input P. So I want to replace it with letter C. So let me run this Python code. So we got this Python chorus, or what is it called? So we got these as Python chorus. So it means that we've replaced this letter P to be C. So you can also replace a word. So let's say that I want to replace this word as from course to tutorial, like this. Now let me print this. So the output is Python tutorial and it's not Python course anymore. Now let's talk about end suite and start suite, and also is lower and is upper. So print send2 dot end suite, like this. This is going to take a string. So let's, what is the output is going to be like, it's going to be like a boolean. The output is going to be boolean, only true or false, like this. So the output is going to be boolean. So what this send2 is going to do is that it's going to check this string, this original string, check if it ends with the letter that we're passing to this input. So let me run this Python code. So this is ends with. Of course, this sentence doesn't end with letter E. We are going to get false. So the output is false because this letter P is not E. So if I should input E, like I type in E like this, now we are going to get true because send2, which is this course, ends with E. Now print starts with send2, sorry, we'll have to call the variable name send2 dot starts with a certain letter. So letter P, like this. We are going to get true because this sentence probably starts with P. So what if we input lowercase p, like this? We are going to get false because Python treats case sensitive. So you can just change this to upper, like this. So this is our upper works. You can also use the upper inside it. So we got true because we've changed this lowercase p to uppercase p using this upper method. So to check if a certain string is upper, like this, so the output is going to be true or false. Of course it is false because this send2 is not upper, unless, let me clear out this course and type everything in uppercase. Now run this. We got true. So what if we add something like space here and run this Python code? Are we going to get true? So the output is also true because this Python filters the space, then check if the string is upper. So the output is true. So let's print send2 dot lower, like this. Is lower, sorry. We are going to get false because it's not lower, it is upper. So let me change this back to Python. We are going to get true now, and this is probably false. Let's set a new variable by saying that C is equals to, or let me say that P is equals to Python tutorial. So I want to work with the strip in Python. So to strip this value, you'll have to use print t.strip, which actually it is going to trim the space inside this string, not actually this white space at the middle, but the beginning and also the end. So let me run this Python code. I got Python tutorial with no string anymore. So what if I want to strip, I want to trim a certain string like this print p dot left strip like this. So this is my left. So this is going to trim um only this white space. So let me run this. I got Python tutorial, and this place we still have a white space here. So to trim each is just going to be t dot r strip like this. So we got Python tutorial. So that is how strip works, and that is just all for strings in Python. Now let's move to formatted strings in Python. So what formatted string does is that it just makes string in Python more easier to implement in code. So what I actually printed in my other um this main folder, I said name and age, which is this. Now let me copy this and paste it here. So I want to print this as our output. My name is and I am age years old. So what you need to do is just type print this f, which stands for formatted string, f, then my name is, then you're going to use these two curly braces, name, my name is name, like this, and I am age years old, like this. Now let's run this. We got my name is always appear and I am age years old. So what if I want to buy a goods, I want to order stuff? So let's say that quantity, like this quantity is equals to 3, and the price is six let me just say that 6,000, like this. Then print, I want to print like the quantity like this. Quantity will be the quant like this, and also I want to add a new line. Then the price should be the two curly braces. Now looking at this code, we have the quantity, which is 3, price is equals to 6,000. Now looking at this code actually does nothing. All what we just added is just quantity and the price. So I want to divide this price. All you have to do is just to add this colon plus comma like this. Now we have the price now to be 60,000. So which is more readable than just this. So if you want to divide it in your own order, so you just have to put this underscore, then run this Python code. We are going to get also 6,000. Maybe just have to, we can set your variable like this. So if it is more than 6,000 like this, just for readable sake, you can also set your variable like this in Python. So we have the output as 60,000. So if you want to print a number like this formatted string, let's say that b is equals to 0.2, and no, let me say that, yeah, let me say that 0.2 like this. Then to print the percentage of 0.2, so this is going to be the variable b, then dot percentage like this. Now let me run this code. Format specifier missing precision. we have 20%. So that is exactly how it works. So what this code does is that this is zero point 0.2. So this is zero point 0.2 multiplied by 100, which is percentage. So we have 20%. So let's see that this is division. Div is equals to 22 divided by 7. Print formatted string like this, F. I want to print let's see that 4 significant figure. So you have to pass in the div, the colon, dot. I said 4 significant figure, so you just put 5F here. Now let's run this code. We got 3.14286. So this is 5 actually. So it is 5 decimal places. So that is exactly how formatted strings work. In more of my tutorial, you are going to learn more about string. This is not just all string. We still have so many methods in strings in Python. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.